Hello my Scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. This is my last layout for the month of January using the super cute kit from this month, and I'm just showing you how I was using this super sparkly amazing paste to add some texture to these little 3x4 cards. I used the Vicky Booten stencil that came in this month's kit, in the mixed media kit, and I'm just adding a bunch of scrap paper that I just kind of had sitting on the side of my desk from my other 3 projects earlier this month. I used my scissors to rough up the edges a little bit and add a little bit of texture, and I also used those 2 little punches to punch out some hearts, and I'm also using a mixture of the chipboard and the floral pieces of ephemera to add some embellishment accents onto these little cards. I'm going to end up making 6 of these little cards to use on a layout. I'm kind of going to be making like a pocket page style layout, but not in a pocket page, on an actual 12 by 12. So this is my little title that I'm working on here. It's amazing that this is sped up ×2 and it's still this slow. This is just how careful I am with my title. I put all these bits on and then I'm going to skip ahead because I actually straighten them all up and line them up even better. So just hold that thought for 1 second and I'm going to snap my fingers and come back with them all lined up in the center. So that is 2 of the cards so far, and now I'm working on card number 3. As I said, I am using a whole bunch of sort of the leftover scrap bits from my other projects, from backing the cut files and from making the chevron and all of that kind of thing. I really love how with the chipboard you can use the heart that's inside that little square, but then also the square itself. And with the first one that I did, I technically used the waist around this little square and around the frame. They were all kind of piled in together on the chipboard, but it's all completely usable. None of it is waste. It's, you don't have to, but it just worked so well as layering pieces for this these little pocket cards that I'm creating. I had a lot of fun using that beautiful paste to make the sparkles. That paste is absolutely amazing, and we've got the rose gold and the blush, I think it's called. I'm actually going to walk over to my craft space now and see what it is called for those of you that are playing along at home. It is from the mixed media kit this month, but I'm going to check out what it is called. It is called, open up my mixed media drawers here, Bow Bunny Glitter Paste. And I have got the pink one is blush, and the one that I used on this card here, that is the rose gold. And gosh, they are so cute. This particular card here, I actually used 2 scraps of paper in the same basic colour and sticky taped them together. So I definitely needed to put that textured piece of card down the centre of this one to help cover up that sticky tape line. And the Vicky Booten stencils that we are using are from the Discover and Create collection of hers. The chipboard is... it's got nothing on it. It looks like Maggie Holmes. It looks like a Maggie Holmes chipboard. It looks like, if I had to guess, a travel one for sure. I'm just looking in my stash for some Maggie Holmes so that I can think of what it's called. Road Trip. Yeah, Road Trip, Round Trip by Maggie Holmes. That is the chipboard there. And the floral pieces that I am using are Moonlight Magic, American Crafts crepe paper, Moonlight Magic, which are super cute. And the cute little teeny tiny puffies, which I haven't even put on yet, so spoiler alert, they will be going in a minute, Where is the packaging for those? What have I done with those? My desk is still in the I am using you stage. Here they are. Parasol. Maggie Holmes parasol. So there's a few little bits and bobs there as well. And there's also the pink fresh frames that I used on the one with the swan. And they are Garden Boutique chipboard frames by Pink Fresh. So there's a bunch of beautiful little bits and pieces to create this kit this month. And they just all work so beautifully together. Steph does such a wonderful job to create these kits. Pulling all different designers and collections and just focusing on the colour palettes and the styles that she sees and that complement each other. It's definitely a skill that I do not have, but I enjoy working with from her. So you can see what I mean here about saying I was making a 12 by 12 layout in that pocket page style. All of my photos and my base cards were originally 3 by 4 size, but before I even started working, I did cut them down just one little smidge, I don't even know, 1/4 of an inch maybe, or maybe it's 1/8 of an inch, I don't even know, just a little smidge so that there'd be a gap in between them. When I mounted them onto the white paper, I didn't want them all completely touching. I did want just a little smidge of white showing in between. So essentially I was done at this stage, but I felt like it was missing something. So I'm just having a look at that chipboard there to see if there's any other sort of bits and pieces I want to pull and add on, as well as the Pink Fresh Frames chipboards as well. And I do find a couple of little bits and bobs. And then I remember that I have not used these puffies at all for my other 3 layouts, so I'm going to go a little bit puffy sticker crazy on each of the cards here, mainly focusing on using the little teeny tiny butterflies, the little teeny tiny bees, some of the hearts, and just a couple of the little bows. I steer clear of the kind of animals and things for this particular layout because I just don't feel like they flow or complement with what else is going on in this page. And then once I put these little stickies on, then I'm going to pull out my gold and black Jen Hatfield Gold and Highly Swap Colour Shine Black to put on some splatters. And again, I'm just going to focus those splatters on top of the 3 by 4 cards, trying to not get them on my photos, but not being hugely careful. You might have seen before I did a little love heart around Jack's very excited face in the bottom right hand corner. He was just so proud that he managed to pull out one of the Jenga blocks without having the whole tower topple over, so it was pretty cute. He had so much fun playing with this giant Jenga, and it was nice to play a game together as a team. So this is the finished product. I was really happy with the way it looked. Normally I would mat my photos and put them up on foam, but I just felt like there was enough going on with the height and the texture and everything else that's going on with those 3 by 4 cards. So I just stuck them flat down on the page. Such a fun way to get a lot of photos out onto a layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you again in February with the next Kitaholic kit. Bye everyone.